if he's going to come on. He sent me a 50 saying he was ready. He's gonna come on and tell me what's what here. So let's see. Millionaire. There he is. All right, Millionaire Bachelor. I'm sending the link to your Twitter, the Twitter account you DM me for the helicopter ride. It's there. Well, what do you mean link to Twitter? Yeah, I did. I just DM'd it over to you in Twitter. You can come on and spurg about the Moist Mafia. Anyway, you have the link now. Woman, come down here and get me a cup of coffee. I mean, Jim, handler Jim. Jim, get me a cup of coffee, Jim. Come on. Jim's refusing. He's refusing. He says the wife has to do it so it looks authentic. Should we get the Jeopardy music while we wait for this guy to come on? Anson Knowles sends in 50 Crucible memberships. Boy, oh boy. These golden rings are for you, sir. The golden rings are for you. Thank you so much for the 50 memberships. Very kind of you. Oh, yeah, I can do the dono chats here real quick. Sorry, guys. Thank you for sending them in. I really appreciate it. Sometimes I get a little sidetracked, but the dono chat is very important. It's a very important function of the Crucible. All right. Where are we at here? Okay. Boom, 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 boom. The Moist Mafia says, shh, stop talking about us. Okay. $5 from Andrew's handler says, shut it down, Andrew. They know too much. I'm in it now, bro. $100 from Support Your Local Cuck says, pathetic cuck. Here's $100. $5 from Mr. Slay. Yeah, I see in the back. Just hang tight. I got to read some super chats here. $5 from Vitriolic says, is this Mr. Slave on his alpha grind set journey? I don't fucking know, bro. $20 from Red Sand 1984 says, I doubt this millionaire goon is hooking up with virgins. He's probably the one married to Phoenix's crazy ass. Andrew's nephew says, everyone knows MB is Andrew's stepson from his first marriage to minority woman. That is why it's so personal. He wants you to take his mom back. Don't. Fine, I won't. $20 from Justin Henley says, once again, anytime someone goes after Andrew's family, I donate $20. Bro, you're going to go broke doing that. You're literally going to go fucking broke doing that shit. By the way, Andrew's white wife sent in 50 and said, I've been dabbling in TikTok debates and the quality of the atheist liberal opponents is astonishingly bad. That was from earlier. I just wanted to read it anyway, just because it's funny. Anyway, I appreciate that big support here, guys. All right, we'll bring on Millionaire Bachelor here. Can you hear me, Millionaire Bachelor?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm a bum. I live at home. I'm a bum. I don't have any money. Where the fuck am I at right now? I'm inside of my mansion. Where's your mansion? Go outside, show your swimming pool with the fireplace, the champagne, the basketball, the open skies. Why don't you do that? I'm in Manhattan right now. What's up?
I actually have shown my swimming pool with my barbecue pit and all of that.
Man, don't nobody want to hear about that bullshit you have.
Well, I mean, it's not. I live very modestly. That's true.
Yeah,
but I was wondering though if we could go through some of your claims here real quick. But before we do, I'm just wondering, what are you even upset about, bro? Like, what are you actually? Hang on. Let me ask the question. I'll give you plenty of time to respond. I promise.
Sure.
But what are you actually even upset about here?
listen, in business, your word is your bond.
Mhm.
You know, when you don't uphold your word, then that's not good. You know, your word as a man is the only thing that you do have. So when you said that you wanted to go shoot Wolverines, I set it up so we can shoot the Wolverines.
You mean Timberwolves?
Yeah, the timber fucking wolves.
Yeah, but I mean, you didn't say that in your video. You said that you wanted to do an interview flying over, but I was actually, I'm actually fine doing that. I've always been fine doing that. That's why I sent you a message saying sure.
Yeah, but listen, don't have Millionaire Bachelor waiting for shit. You know, if I send you a message, at least give me a message back in 72 hours, not 4 months.
It wasn't 4 months. Take a look.
How many months was it, Andrew?
Looks like about a month and a half.
That's a month and a half too long.
So the expectation is that you're busy, but I'm not?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying if you're saying that you want to get this together and get this show on the road, let's do it. I got a private pilot that we can fly out and we can have a good time.
Yeah, I mean, I would have been fine with that. I don't know. I still don't even really know what you're upset about. Like other people, especially in the entertainment business, I travel all over the country, as you know. It's not like I don't get hundreds and hundreds of DMs from people. And I did follow up with you. I didn't like leave you hanging out in the wind. And I would have come on your channel and done an interview or whatever you wanted there too. I really don't even know where the vitriol came from. But I would like to know if you would apologize though for going after my son who died. That I think that was fucking pretty cruel.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'll be honest. I listened to the live stream and I said, you know what? That was a little bit too far. That was a low blow. That was a low blow.
That was a low blow, dude. That was a low blow.
Listen. But Millionaire Bachelor is not an individual that can't apologize for shit. And you know what? You didn't have anything to do with that situation. So I shouldn't have brought it up. And I apologize.
All right.
Like a man.
Yeah, that's fair. I had an apology accepted, but that's just, it shouldn't do that. But maybe we can go through your claims one at a time.
Sure.
So you say the wife has 6 kids. You know that that's not true, right?
How many baby daddies does she have?
Well, she doesn't have baby daddies. So she has a previous marriage. She had a son from that marriage, and then she was together with her high school sweetheart before that.
So she has 3 different baby fathers.
No. When you say baby daddy,
I said father. Father.
Yeah. But a baby daddy, I think you would agree with me, is a dude who's like knocking women up, and women who are getting knocked up, not women who are engaged in long-term relationships with men or marrying those men. That's not a baby daddy, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, she went through 3 of them. I don't deal with women that go through 3 dudes.
Yeah, but you fuck women at your little pad all the time. Are you saying they're all virgins, dude? Come on.
I don't take them seriously.
Yeah, but you're fucking them.
God gave me a dick.
Yeah, so that's my thing is like, how can you say that somebody, why would your criticism just be, well, Andrew, you're a bad Christian because you married a woman and had children from previous marriages and relationships?
Because having like a woman that has like 3 kids, that's ghetto. That's ghetto behavior.
Even if it's from marriage?
Even if it's from marriage. It's ghetto behavior.
So she should have aborted him?
No, I didn't say that.
Well, that would be ghetto behavior.
She should have took
the ghetto behavior. The ghetto behavior is you get pregnant 15 fucking times, you abort all your kids. That's ghetto fucking behavior.
She should have took the time to vet the men that she married with.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I guess every relationship you can make that criticism of. Like if I've been in relationships with women, I'm sure I should have vetted them better too. But it's like that's basically every relationship that goes south. You can make that criticism, right? They should have vetted it better. But just to kind of like put it on record, a woman with a 3 body count is not a fucking whore, and that's an awful thing to say, by the way. Especially somebody who's as good of a mother as Rachel is. And she, by the way, she never said anything untoward or personal towards you. It just seems like it was overtly cruel for no particularly good reason other than you were mad at me.
I think the child thing stepped over the line, but I think the wife thing is in fair game because she's a public figure like you. If she wasn't a public figure, then, maybe I would be apologizing for that. But I think she's fair game.
Yeah, it's fair game. I guess it's fair game to
to
criticize, but shouldn't you even get the facts straight that you're talking about 5 children? And I'm her husband, and she had 2 of my children.
Oh,
that's not a baby daddy. I'm her husband. I'm supposed to be the father of her children, right?
So you think it's normal to have a wife that literally has two different children's fathers. You think that that's
I
a
think
normal
that
thing?
I think that you and I would agree that most of the time when women choose to be single mothers or women make these choices moving into this is usually bad and leads to bad outcomes. My wife would also agree that this is true, but every single individual case is different, right? And my wife is a great person, and she's a wonderful person. She's a wonderful mother. And also, how would it be cuckery to have a stepfather? That doesn't make any sense to me either.
Yo, that's total cuckery. Like
How?
you're raising somebody else's, you're raising somebody else's child.
So if
I don't
you
advocate
so hang
that.
on. So if you adopt, you're a cuck?
No, that's different
How is that different? You're raising someone else's child.
because that child really, that's an individual that it's like, there's no controlling that. There's nobody in the situation that
No,
can control
they
it.
could control it.
Well, let
The
me finish, let me
father could
finish.
the father could step up, or the mom could raise
no,
the
no.
child, but they put it
I
up for
let-
adoption. And
I let you finish. Just let me finish.
yeah, go ahead.
So there is no mother and father that might be in that adopted child's life. So technically, it's not. You can't. There's nothing you can do there. However, your wife is present. She is present, and she did make bad decisions.
So
She made bad decisions.
yeah, so what? So how long should she pay for them?
Hey, she would be doing that with another man if you ask me.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't even understand, but I still don't understand the criticism of cuckery. A cuck is a man who allows his wife on purpose to fuck other men or unknowingly raises offspring which aren't his. These are the two categories for cuckery. And this is in the etymology of the word itself, which comes from the cuckoo bird.
Well, listen,
hang on, let me finish. I'll give you a chance, I promise. I would like to know that I want this on record. You think that any man who shares his resources in the raising of children, which are not biologically his, is a cuck?
No, I didn't say that.
Well, then stepfathers aren't cucks, dude.
No, yes, they are. You took an ambiguous logic, a big ambiguous like logic, I guess, if you will, and you try to apply it to something that's very specific. Just because you share resources doesn't make you a cuck. Sharing resources with an individual that laid with 3 different men and has 5 different children, that's ridiculous, and that is ghetto.
So what if she laid? Would it be better if she had laid with 30 men and had none of their children?
Yeah, that would.
Why
be a
would
whole
that?
lot
Why
better.
is that? So why is that better?
Because she didn't allow those individuals to like nut, and she became pregnant.
Yeah,
Like,
she
you
may,
were
okay,
raising-
but if you have an ex-husband, aren't you supposed to have their kid?
So how is it possible that everybody else in that relationship got it wrong but your wife?
What do you mean?
2 people didn't want her. 2 people didn't want her, and you
So what?
and you came along like Captain Save-A-Ho, and you scooped up and you saved her.
Yeah. Okay. So
You were
individual.
a savior.
Yeah.
You got
So
a cape on.
so I would like to go back to this real quick. Can you explain how it's cuckery to have stepchildren?
Listen, if you are a man of means, such as myself, you do not raise anybody else's child. That is ridiculous, and that is demeaning to you.
So if you adopt, you're a cuck.
That's different. Adoption is very
How
different.
is it different? It's the same principle.
Because
You're raising offspring which are not yours.
No.
Yes.
Because in a lot of, again, you're taking something that's ambiguous and you're trying to bring it
It's
down.
not
to smaller-
ambiguous. I'm using your criteria.
You're cutting me off. What I'm essentially saying is the people that are coming from adopted parents, they might not even know who their parents are. They might have been raised in an orphanage.
So yeah, I don't understand though. This is the same concept
Her
applied.
child wasn't raised in an orphanage.
Why does that
her
matter?
Child has a father.
So what makes a person a cuck? What's the criteria?
The fact that you have to put up with 2 dudes that's in the line. You have to
So
have
what's
some semblance of a-
okay? So what's the criteria for what a cuck is what I'm asking you.
raising somebody else's children.
Then that would be
Gentlemen, if you
adoption.
raise somebody
That would be
else's child-
adoption. Adoption falls under that criteria.
No.
Yes.
Raising a woman's children that had 3 different offsprings, and then you marry her. I mean,
She had
3
my
different
offspring. What do you mean?
Hold on, 3 different kids, and then you marry her like a cuck. Millionaire Bachelor.
Yeah,
doesn't
you're
do
not.
anything like that.
So you're still not giving me the criteria. If the criteria here is that.
Oh, I got it. I got the criteria.
Okay,
Andrew
go ahead.
Wilson.
Yeah, so that's you're not going to have a good faith convo here, or?
That's a good. Listen, you are literally the poster child for cuck.
Yeah,
for
but you
cuckery.
can't tell me what that means.
wifing up a chick that has been ran through.
Yeah. Okay. So you think though that it's better? It would have been better for her to have had abortions.
No.
Yeah, but if she had here's your logic. Here's your logic. If she had had abortions, nobody would ever know, right? And so if nobody would ever know, and then I wifed her up after she had aborted all of her kids, you couldn't even make the criticism, could you?
It's over 1 billion women on the earth.
I know. Can you answer my question, bro?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, my question is, if she had aborted her kids, you wouldn't even know, right? You couldn't even make the criticism. So this means that in your worldview, what you would be pushing actually is that it would be better for women if the men don't want the criticism of they share resources with children who aren't theirs, that they should abort their children.
Or option A, just find another woman that doesn't have children.
Yeah, that's great, but I mean, I also...
Oh, you fell in love with the cat. That's
yeah,
what it was.
I love my wife. I'm sorry, that's terrible.
You fell in love with the cat.
Can you answer to the question? Okay, instead of going, you're bad, you're cuck, blah, 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 great.
Sure.
Can you answer my question? So my question is specifically, if she had had abortions, you would not know that she had ever had what her body can't. You wouldn't know anything, right? So you would never make. You'd never. Hang on. So you'd never be able to make the criticism, right?
That's absolutely true.
Okay, so if that's the case, then wouldn't this signal to women that it's better for them to abort rather than have their children? Because otherwise, if another man, they get involved with another man, men like you are going to call them a cuck.
I mean, not necessarily.
It seems to track.
No. I get what you're saying, but there's the other option is just pick a woman that doesn't have those children. And if you say, oh, well, how would you know her medical record? You need to be checking all the stuff about the girls that you want to take seriously.
Yeah, no, but you're not really answering to the question. Wouldn't this signal to women that they should have abortions rather than have to deal with the criticism?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Women look for men for resources. It signals to men that they have to bring resources to the table, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to.
Okay, so then let's go back to the etymology of the word cuck, right? If you just think that the idea here is that a cuck is somebody who shares resources with children who aren't theirs, you still haven't really made the delineation as to how somebody who adopts is not a cuck.
I'm going to give you the definition of a cuck right now.
Okay.
A cuck is an individual that knowingly gets into a relationship with a woman or marries a woman that has children from previous relationships, and especially over 2. You are the third child.
Yeah,
why
is that cuckery?
What? Because look at your image. Like, your image is tarnished.
It's not. I don't think it's tarnished at all. I think that the only criticism that you have of me is that I'm a bad Christian because I take care of children that aren't mine, that actually tarnishes your understanding of Christianity.
No, it doesn't. 90% of individuals in this world is going to, if you literally just stated the fact that your wife has 3 different baby fathers, the 90% of the world is going to frown upon that, and they're going to have questions. No doubt about it.
Yeah, what does that have to do with being a bad or good Christian, though?
Because you have no standards for yourself that you would allow yourself to marry a woman that has 3 baby fathers.
What does that have to do with Christianity and Christian ethics, though?
Because Christianity, it's not just about always forgiving. It's not always about forgiving.
It's literally about always forgiving.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Your wife made her bed. She has to live with her decisions. She should have got back with one of her previous husbands.
Okay, bro, what is Christianity about? It's not about forgiveness?
It can be about forgiveness, but
what's it about?
But also the Bible says what? That you have to be stern.
Yes, sure, stern, but I don't understand how long should I have punished my wife? There's a woman that I fell in love with who I adore. You're saying that I just shouldn't have been able to be with her because she had children from other relationships?
You should have been a man and manned up, got out of your feelings. So what you're basically telling me is that you made an emotional decision. I would have. Yeah,
I would say that any relationship you get into with the opposite sex is based around feelings. Yeah.
So here's the thing. I'm not making those type of emotional decisions. I'm making a logical decision. This woman has 2 different baby fathers. I'm not going to be the third, no matter how much I love this woman.
Yeah, I know, but you just take like whores back to your pad and fuck them, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I mean, you're a fucking degenerate. The only thing you can.
You are a degenerate.
What's the degeneracy of being a stepfather? There's no degeneracy with that.
Degrading.
You can't even understand. Like, you haven't even made a case for how it's cuckery. The only thing that you keep on saying is that the only way that this tracks is if you make the claim that sharing your resources with children that aren't yours is cuckery. That's the only way that could track. If you just say that marrying, like, for instance, you can't even believe your definition here that it's marrying a woman who has children from a previous relationship. What if she's a widow?
Andrew Wilson is a type
What
of
if
guy.
she's a widow, bro?
That's the difference. Is your wife a widow?
No, but that's not my question. Can you answer my
Your
question?
wife is a
Can you
widow.
answer my question?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah. What about a widow?
That's a different situation.
Okay, so
It's
but you're still
completely-
marrying a woman who has children from another man. This is what you put
She
as your.
didn't fuck up. The
Hang on,
woman
bro.
that's a
Stop.
widow didn't
Let me
fuck
finish
up.
the question. Hang on.
Go ahead.
That was your criteria. Your criteria is if you have children with another man, and another man marries you, you're a cuck. That's your criteria, bro.
Dude, you keep trying to play these mental gymnastics.
I'm just trying to get a good definition of this.
All right, let me
here's my definition. So
All right.
and mine is consistent. The etymology of a cuck comes from the cuckoo bird. The idea here being that the bird lays eggs in the nest, and then unwittingly the other bird raises those offspring, not knowing that they're not his. Now this goes way back. It's an old English word. Cuckoldry is the idea that women get impregnated by other men than their man, and then their man unknowingly raises that child. Now, this word has evolved to include men who allow on purpose their wives to fuck other men because they could be in the exact same situation where they're unwittingly raising offspring that aren't theirs. So if that is the case, I would say that, yes, this tracks as both the etymology of the word and the meaning of the word. So I call people cucks all the time if they're actually cucks. I don't understand how this relates to being a stepfather.
You literally just read a definition that said unknowingly raising somebody's children, right? Correct?
Unknowingly.
Yes or no?
Unknowingly.
Okay, great. It's even worse if you do it knowingly.
Why?
What? Because you have the option
then
to-
that covers adoption again. We're right back to
because
adoption.
you have the option to stay or leave. No, adoption is something totally different.
You
Your
have
wife
the
is-
option.
your-
I'm sorry. Do you have the option or not to not adopt?
You have the option to not adopt. but
Okay,
that's
so
something
then I
totally
don't understand.
different.
So then if you're adopting, you're doing the exact same thing. You're knowingly raising offspring that's not yours. It's the same fucking thing, bro.
I see. Listen, I like how he does his mental gymnastics so he can justify his cuckoldry. Adoption is a 30% is completely different, and there's so many different things that can encapsulate adoption.
You're not saying
taking-
anything at this point. You're just rambling, kind of
No.
incoherently.
What I'm
Yeah,
basically saying, no. What I'm saying is the topic adoption. What type of adoption? The cuckoldry adoption like you're doing?
Yeah, no, I don't really to adopt is just to raise offspring that aren't yours and
Would a
give
cuck
them
tell
your
you he's
name.
a cuck? Probably not. If it looks like a cuck, talks like a cuck, it's Andrew Wilson.
Yeah, so you have no argument here.
I already said my argument. The ones that understand. If not,
Yeah,
then
they're
they
not
don't
going to understand because it doesn't make any fucking sense.
No, my people understand. You're a cuck. You're raising
Okay.
somebody else's nutsack.
So just so that we're clear, all
Sure.
stepfathers who exist are cucks.
So it depends on the situation.
Wait, wait, what?
It depends on the situation.
Okay, give me the situation where a stepfather's not a cuck.
Me personally, I would never do a single mother, but
Can you give me a situation where a stepfather's not a cuck?
Yeah.
Go
Like
ahead.
in a situation where the woman was widowed, like she had no choice in the matter.
Well, a widow.
So-
Hang on, a widow wouldn't be okay. A widow's a different story, right? So you're saying,
I believe so.
yeah. So you could be a stepfather only under the criteria of a widow, right?
No, there's like a million different criteria.
Okay, well,
You
give me some
You
other.
want to list all of them?
Well, yeah, I'd like some examples of when
Jesus.
it's okay to be a stepfather. Yeah.
I think the widow situation would be okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, honestly, that was the only one that
That's
I
it.
can kind of think of.
Right. That's it.
Yeah.
Now, a widow.
Oh.
Okay.
No, they're not even in that situation. No.
Okay, so all stepfathers who exist in your worldview are cucks if they're not married to widows.
Yeah, absolutely. They're raising somebody else's nutsack.
Okay, so then how does that not apply to adoption? Nobody's widowed.
Because again, adoption is it's so many different variations of adoptions. I'll give you an example. What if a child was, raised in not knowing who their parents were completely? Their parents had no active role in raising the child. So
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, I think that that's okay. But in your situation,
Yeah, I don't.
she does
Well,
have a
hang
mother.
on. I don't really understand. You didn't say anything there. So why
I
is
said a
adoption?
lot.
I don't
I said a lot.
understand. I
The
still.
reason why you can't
I
understand me is because
don't. I
you're not
don't
on my
understand.
level.
Why is
The reason why
adoption?
you can't understand me is because you're not on my
Why
level.
is adoption not cuckery? You still haven't really told me the criteria difference here.
Yo, I just did like 3 times. Like, the reason why you don't understand me because you don't know how to comprehend on the fucking mass level. Like, you're so insular in the way you think. This is why you live like
You mean
that,
I think
and this
with
is why I
logic?
live like this.
Well, that's true. I do think with logic. That's true.
No, you don't think with logic. If you thought with logic, you wouldn't have married a woman that had 3 different children.
Yeah. So.
I mean, three different baby
Yeah.
fathers.
Yeah. So I
That's not
get.
logical.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. It's illogical. Even though my wife is great, treats me wonderfully, was a wonderful woman, very kind, highly educated, wrote a best-selling book. I know she's awful and terrible in every way. But you haven't really told me why it is that adoption isn't cuckery. I'm looking for the kind of threshold breaker here. What is the distinction? Because it seems like it fits all the criteria. So if the criteria hit, okay, go ahead.
The child's parents might not even be in the life, so there's no relationship. The reason why it's cuckoldry for you is because you have a relationship with the person.
Most adopted parents are in the life of the child. The actual biological parents are in the life of most adoptees at some point.
So again, you're taking the term adoption, which can mean various different things, and you're trying to apply it to something specific, and then you're saying, hey, that means that because this specific thing is true, and that means the overarching theme of adoption is true, and it's not cuckoldry. That's false logic.
Okay,
completely.
What's false about the logic?
Because how many times do you want me to explain this to you?
Well, I need you to explain it in a way that's coherent, because all I hear all I hear is equivocation of you saying these situations are different, but one is this thing and one is not, even though they have the same exact criteria for the thing.
Again, you're taking the term adoption, which can mean various different things. It can mean that the person doesn't have any any parents, doesn't know their parents. They can be drug addicts. And then you're trying to equate that to cuckoldry adoption, where you have an actual relationship with the mother, and she has various different fathers, that birthed her children, that had sex with her.
Well, you do realize that there's many children who are adopted by mothers who get pregnant with multiple different men in order to have those babies and put them up for adoption. If you're then raising those babies, I don't understand how you're not a cuck by this logic.
Because then it will be ghetto. It's ghetto. You're ghetto. So
then people who adopt those babies are cucks?
Individuals that knowingly get into relationships with women that have more than one that has any other baby daddy other than you is a cuck.
Okay, so now let me ask you this. What if the dad of the child at 6 months old just abandons the entire family and leaves, and you never hear from him again? If you marry the woman, then are you still a cuck?
Yeah, because first of all, why'd he leave?
Maybe he just didn't want a family.
I mean, how common is that?
I mean, I don't think it's uncommon.
Okay, common is more than 50%. You think more than 50% of men are going out there?
No, I didn't say that many. I wouldn't say common is more than 50%.
Quantify common.
I'd say common would be I don't know, even 5% of cases, that would be pretty common.
And then on top of that, I want to bring up something else.
Yeah, I know, but hang on. Can we stick with this real quick? We can bring up whatever else you want as we go.
Yeah, because I got a problem with something you said, but go ahead.
Yeah. So just real quick, if the husband just abandons the family and the kid is really young, is it okay then for the wife to remarry, or is the guy still a cuck?
If the husband abandoned, is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
If the husband legitimately abandoned, and the woman's not lying, because in a lot of cases women lie about that, then it's still cuckery. I wouldn't do it. I'm sorry.
So it's still cuckery.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't do it.
So just everybody. So essentially, the only criteria we have here is that if you raise other children which aren't yours, you're a cuck. That's the entirety of the criteria, really.
Yeah, exactly. Can we get to this?
But I need you to concede that has to include adoption, because there's no way around it.
I'm going to say that there's various different forms of adoption, and yes, from a technical standpoint, what you're saying does qualify as adoption. But there are other. Hey, you know, a person is raised in an orphanage, doesn't know their parents. I don't think it's a problem if you adopt that person because you don't have a sexual relationship with their parents. You had a sexual relationship.
I don't really understand why that would matter.
Because it's willingness for you to raise someone else's child because of something you call love.
I don't understand. You're still willing to raise another person's child in adoption for something you call love.
Yeah, but that's not a sexual love.
Yeah, I don't think that it's a sexual love to be willing to raise children that aren't yours. Why is that sexual?
Because you have a sexual relationship with your wife.
So what? But so what? I don't understand why that's a threshold breaker.
What? That's literally, one is doing it because you're noble. The other one is doing it because you're sweet on some hot sugar walls.
So just to get this clear, if a guy adopts a child, let's say, okay, he's a single guy, he adopts a child, and then 10 years later, the mom comes back in the child's life, and the guy starts fucking her, right? They fall in love, and he starts fucking her. He's a cuck.
No.
What?
No.
What?
No. Because
what?
Because,
I don't understand. What?
Not at all. Because listen, this is what the liberal people do. They try to find these little instances and say, well, if it can happen here, it can happen here. That's what liberals do. You have a liberal mind, dude. Liberal people think that way.
You mean people who use logic think this way?
No, that's not logic, because you're looking at minute situations and you're trying to encapsulate the
I'm just looking for consistency so that we can apply your definition consistently.
Then that's not consistent, because the topics that you're bringing up are very minute. A situation in which a man raises a child, then sees the mother and fucks her, that's a very minute situation. So
yeah, I know, but dude, you just said it's not cuckery, though. So your entire ideology here just folded like a cheap chair. It's not consistent. It makes no sense.
No, it didn't, because you're looking at outliers. You can never do any type of analysis based on outliers. They're outliers for a reason. You have to do the commonality. So when you point to all these little small things, and you invalidate your own argument.
Not
you
if you're
argue
looking,
with outliers.
Bro, if you're looking for a consistent definition, right? Why wouldn't it be consistent to outliers?
The consistent definition is anybody that falls in love with a chick and is willing to overlook her bad past and raise their children. And that's what you did. You overlooked.
Yeah, but that would be the same case. That would be the same case in adoption.
I'm not done my definition. Because you have a sexual romantic relationship with that woman. See, that changes it. When you put that sexual relationship in the equation, it changes.
Yeah, but I just gave you the same thing for adoption. You said it was fine.
You don't have a sexual relationship with people.
Yeah, but I gave you an instance where somebody could adopt a kid, then 10 years down the road be having a relationship with the mother of that child who comes back into life. You say that's not cuckoldry.
And this is why you're taking the L again, Andrew. You're taking the L again. I came on your stream and you're taking the L inside of my mansion. How? Because your logic is so faulty. God damn.
You still haven't answered to any of it, so.
I answered to it 5 times. Can we move on? Because this is circular.
Yeah, I would like to ask you. Yeah, we can move on to the next one. That's fine. I would like to ask you, though, how would you feel if you hadn't eaten breakfast this morning?
How would I feel if I didn't eat breakfast?
Yeah.
Well, I fast, so I don't eat during the day.
Okay, thank you. So real quick, moving to the next one. So this is always the big one, right? Andrew bad because he married a woman who had children already before he married her. I get that. That I at least see that as being a criticism, right? Even if it makes no sense. But where did you get the idea that she had 6 kids? Where did that come from?
I can't reveal my sources, but let's just say somebody said that she had 6 kids.
Oh.
Okay, fine. It was 5.
Are you sure it wasn't just a video that you watched on YouTube?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
No, it wasn't.
Okay. And then the next criticism, what is the Moist Mafia, which I'm a part of?
Well, I can't. Well, if I tell you what it is, then they're gonna kick you off stream, and I don't want to do that. Even though we got our beefs, I don't want you to get kicked off stream.
I never had any beef with you. You have a beef with me.
Yeah, we got a beef because you didn't uphold your word.
What word?
If I say that I'm going to go to Alaska and play with polar bears, and I'll do an interview if you play with the polar bears with me, and I agree to it, we got to fucking play with polar bears.
Yeah. So I said, yeah, let's do it. And then you sent me 2 more messages, and I never heard anything else about it.
Yeah, because you're not serious about it.
Well, I don't know what that means. That's not for you. That's not for you to decide. You send me some tickets and shit. Then I know you're serious about it. What do you mean?
We asked you, what do you need?
What do I need? What do you mean? That's for you, not for me.
Everybody has a writer. You might want some fucking champagne. Like, what? I need to know what you need.
Okay, here's what I need. I need you to give me a time and a date, and here's what we're doing, and here's why we're doing it, and here's where you show up to, and here's your travel expenses covered. That's what I need. All that shit. You know, shit that's normal.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah. So I don't even know where but let's go over to this other criticism in regards to the Moist Mafia. When you said I was debating with you and I looked over at a handler.
Yup.
So you're saying that I have handlers in the room with me? Are they do you think they're in here right now?
Absolutely, Andrew. We all know you got handlers.
What are their names?
You think the Moist Mafia is gonna tell you, hey, my name is ABCD? Like, I don't fucking know what their names are.
Yeah, well, if I told you, the only person who's in this room right now is me, and the only person who's ever in this room other than me is my wife, who usually just brings me down coffee and cookies and shit like that.
Listen, I know about the business relationships you have outside of whatever.
Yeah,
like,
let's talk. Sure. Let's talk about those. Let's talk about those.
I'm a powerful.
Yeah,
guy.
let's talk about those business relationships. Can you explain any of these business relationships to me? Because I'd like to know about them.
Yeah, you go on whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They get a portion of the revenue.
Nope, I don't get any portion of the whatever revenue. That's incorrect.
Okay.
No, I mean that's just factually incorrect. I would tell you if I did, right? I just don't.
So you're telling me,
Mm-hmm.
I just want to get this straight.
Mm-hmm.
You have no monetary agreements with the Whatever podcast.
Well, I do for Debate University, but that's it. I don't get any.
Okay.
I don't get any portion of their show revenue at all. No.
Now, what's the splits on that?
Well, I'm not going to tell you the split. That doesn't really matter.
Yes, it does.
Why?
Because it means that they're incentivized to bring you on the show so that they can run up the revenue from the actual from the debate classroom you have.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, good.
Yeah, but it shows deception.
Good.
It shows, yeah, but it shows deception on the behalf of
what's the deception?
Because if the Whatever podcast is the A side, that means that they're incentivized to bring you on the show, not really give a fuck what you're saying. They bring you on the show. So
yeah, but all the debate, wait, all the Debate You stuff happened after I'd already been on Whatever like 40 times.
Right.
So that came way far
Sorry,
after.
I was fixing my gloves. My bad.
Yeah, that happened way far after the Debate You stuff. But no, I've never gotten any portion of Whatever revenue. Ever.
Here's the thing. Let me speak right now.
Sure.
My issue with you was really one issue,
mm-hmm.
because where I come from and how I conduct myself, I take words very, very, very seriously. And I felt that as though that you basically didn't take your words seriously. So I had to call you out on it. All of this other extraneous shit, you sleeping with 3 baby mothers, I personally don't give a fuck. Is that something that I would do? No.
Yeah, but why? But why personally attack me? Why didn't you just talk to me?
What? Oh, from you ignoring the messages that my management was sent to you?
You could have just sent a follow up, or you could have said, "Hey, what's going on with this?" Or anything a normal person would do, right?
And then on top of all of that, you go and say, "Oh, you know what? That's probably not his management talking for him." Like you're trying to, destroy my.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that's you talking. Yes.
Say what?
I do think that's you talking, not a manager. That's true.
A manager is. Come on, dude. Do you not see where the fuck I'm sitting at?
Well, I mean, I don't know. It looks like the backyard of a very humble abode.
Okay. All right. In Manhattan.
Well, I don't know where you are.
I'm in Manhattan. I'm Batman of fucking Manhattan. Who the fuck is living like this in Manhattan?
I don't fucking know. I don't know anything about Manhattan.
People say, yeah, okay, yeah. 2,000. It's over $2,500 per square foot. So if I got a swimming pool in a garden that's damn near 5,000 square feet, you do the math.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't
Well,
know.
life-size chess pieces.
I
Look
have
at this.
no
Let me get out
idea.
your way. Life-size chess pieces. Yeah. And then you had the
I mean, those are
audacity.
pretty cheap to buy, just so you know.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, I think it does matter, but you know.
It doesn't matter if you don't have a cool setting to put it in. What the fuck you buying it for?
Okay, well, here we go. Okay, so I can just make some quick observations. So that barbecue pit that you have right there, it's not even stainless steel. My assumption is that that's somewhere around $200. You could buy it for around $200, $300. The pool hoop, somewhere around $100. The life-size chess pieces, those aren't even made of glass. They're not even made of ceramic, right? Those are fairly cheap to buy as well. I'm guessing somewhere around, I don't know, this is the whole set, probably $500, something in there.
So let's keep going. Let's keep going. Now do the pool. Do the swim. Do a what is it? 20 by 20 swimming pool in Manhattan. Let's see how much that costs.
Well, I don't have any way to verify you're in Manhattan, sir.
I already posted my deed. I posted my deed already. You can go check that out if you want. But anyway, just the permits alone on this is $200,000. So you're saying, oh man, the basketball court and all that. Fuck all of that shit. I already spent over $500,000 putting this inside of the ground.
I don't know. It looks like you're just sitting behind a normal looking duplex to me, dude.
The fuck? The fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking? Hold on, my bad. That's my trees. Hold on. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, so an apartment complex?
No, it's not a fucking apartment complex. Oh shit, did my camera go out?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, hold on, my bad. Give me a second. See, this is why I don't move it around, because I'm really not good with this shit. Hold on. Okay.
Yeah, that looks like an apartment complex.
It's not an apartment complex. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well,
it's my mansion.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, you're right. It looks like an apartment complex because that's how fucking big it is. You're absolutely right. That's my mansion.
Or a duplex. Could be a duplex.
What the fuck you do? So what do you want me to go in every single window and wait from you there? I could do that.
Yeah, do that.
The fucking camera setup. This is a Sony A7. How am I going to get it up there?
It was your fucking idea.
I'll take pictures and fucking send it to you.
Okay, so back to this. I was hoping that you would give me the insights on my business dealings with the Moist Mafia.
And on top of that, I painted those murals that's on the wall. Those are mine. I painted that. I'm an artist.
Okay, can you tell me about my business dealings with the Moist Mafia?
Listen, I believe that you're bought and paid for. I don't believe you're really self-made. By whom?
Yeah.
Clearly, the individuals that's telling you to spread this shit about this, wannabe Christianity stuff, and you're married to a goddamn, essentially a single mother.
Yeah. So I don't understand who am I bought and paid for by though.
Why don't you let everybody know who runs your businesses? How do you incorporate them? Let us know.
Well, I don't understand. What's the question you're asking?
How are your businesses formed?
Through an LLC.
Okay. Who are the partners on the LLC?
Nobody, just me.
Okay. Would you mind sharing that?
No, I'm not going to give out that info. Why would I do that?
I posted the deed to my mansion that you claim is an apartment building.
Yeah, I don't. But I mean, I just think that that's stupid. But ultimately, where you are the accuser here. The evidence is on your side. So you have the burden of proof to make a demonstration that I'm somehow bought and paid for, and then tell us who these people are who bought and paid for me.
Dude, all of the agreements that you have with the whatever podcast,
what agreements?
You just went through one of them in which there's a monetary incentive for them to keep having you on because they get a cut of your stuff. That's a monetary incentive.
Well, no, I would say I get the monetary incentive more than they do, but yeah. So hang on. Very publicly, this was discussed that there was a limited partnership around Debate U between whatever and the Crucible. That's never. Not only has that never been hidden, but that was actually how it was promoted.
So just for the record, I want you just to say on your YouTube, I want you to say that my house is fucking enormous.
Well, okay, but I don't know what this has to do with what we're talking about. So back before I let you evade and kind of go off on these tangential, nonsensical things, what is actually wrong with me entering into a limited partnership with whatever for Debate University? What's the problem with that?
Millionaire Bachelor is self-made. When you claim that Millionaire Bachelor is fake, but how is it that I'm 100% self-made, not bought, not paid for? Nobody can buy and nobody can pay for me, but yet you have agreements with individuals
So
for monetary gains to keep you on
that's
that
called
show. That's the only reason.
yeah.
That's the only reason why you're on whatever podcast.
What's wrong with that though?
You're on whatever podcast because the dude Brian is a cuck. He stole the idea from Fresh and Fit. He jacked them, and he's not even good at it. So he brings you on. What's your relationship with Brian? How'd you guys meet?
I reached out to him and asked if I could come on the podcast once.
And then he just said, "Hey man, this is a great business opportunity." Listen, I'm gonna tell you about that guy Brian Atlas. He's a cuck. The Whatever podcast is a ripoff.
Well, I mean, according to you, everybody's a fucking cuck. So
if you rip off somebody's idea and you don't give him credit for it, yeah, you're a cuck.
You mean the thing that he does all the time, which is give him credit for it?
I would too.
But you just said he didn't.
He doesn't give him real credit.
He gives him real credit. What do you mean? Does it all the time?
He only gives him credit because he has to give them credit. Well,
I thought you just said that he didn't give him credit.
It's fake. It's fake.
Okay. Hang on. So again, we're off in the weeds. We're off in the weeds again. Can you just tell me real quick, why is it a problem for me to have a limited partnership with whatever for Debate University? Why is that an issue?
Because they're using their clout and to make money. They're using clout off you to make money.
Yeah. What's wrong? Why? What's the problem?
Because they can say one day, "Hey, let's do this script. Let's do that script. You're bought and you're paid for."
Yeah. Why is that a problem? Why is it a problem to say one day that you can do a script or not do a script or what? Why is any of this an issue?
See, I told you guys, these guys are fake. Millionaire Bachelor does not read off of a script. This is just my real fucking life. This is just my real life. I don't read off a script.
I still don't understand. Like, you still haven't actually told me why it's an issue to enter into a limited partnership for Debate U.
Because there's money incentive to keep you on the platform.
Good.
Even if your material is shit, they can tell you, "Hey, you know what? I want you to bait this girl into this, and I want you to do that." It's not organic. It's not real.
Well, okay, hang on. Wait. One of those things does not logically intersect with the other thing. So saying that we have a limited partnership for Debate U, how does that logically lead to there's scripting and like pre-planning and pre-co-opting here?
Because you just admitted 2 seconds ago that there's nothing wrong with going on and having a script. You just said
No. I wasn't talking about the script. I was saying what's wrong with there being a monetary incentive.
You know you're going to get clipped on this because you're getting cooked right now.
Clip it.
All right, cool.
Yeah, you still haven't demonstrated why this would be a problem in any way, shape, or form to have a limited partnership for Debate U with whatever. What is the actual issue here? You kind of
go ahead. I'm trying to turn this off. My bad.
Yeah, you kind of make the jump to because this exists, then therefore there must be scripting and things like this. How did you get from one to the other though?
I didn't jump there. You literally just admitted it. You just said that, yeah, what's wrong with being scripted? You just said that in front of your own. I was talking about the monetary incentives. I just explained to you one of these things doesn't make any sense in relationship to the other. There's no scripting on whatever. Can you show any proof at all or any evidence whatsoever that there's ever been any scripting on whatever podcast? From your own words, you just said it.
That literally never happened. So you have no evidence. You have no evidence for this claim whatsoever.
Again, you just admitted to it.
Oh my God, this is ridiculous. So your issue with a limited partnership through whatever for the purpose of Debate University, your problem with that is that somehow that leads to scripting.
Yeah, because you are bought and paid. You're literally bought and paid for. You're in a financial agreement with other people. That makes you bought and paid for.
I'm sorry. Don't you enter into financial agreements as a millionaire with other people all the time?
No, I buy the shit that I want. I see it, I want it, I buy it. Cash.
Yeah, I know, but you had to make money, and I'm guessing that was via various financial agreements that you had with various other contractors or people in positions.
I was a hedge fund analyst on Wall Street. Yes.
Then that's all. Well, you were a Wall Street hedge fund manager?
I was.
Then that's all financial agreements. What do you mean?
I was about to explain. What I'm basically saying is, at one point in time, Millionaire Bachelor was bought and paid for when I was in corporate America. I stepped out of corporate America and haven't been in there for 5 years. I'm no longer bought and paid for. So I know what it looks like when somebody's bought and paid for, and that's what you are.
So, so I just want to make sure that we're clear here. So anytime you enter into a financial agreement with another party, you're bought and paid for by that party?
If your message is, hey, listen to me because I'm truthful. You can't be 100% truthful if you have a monetary incentive to not be.
Well, I would agree that you can't be truthful if you had a monetary incentive to not be truthful, but you haven't demonstrated how there's some non-truth being told based on the fact that there's monies being exchanged for a service to other people.
Let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. Does it give the way, or does it clear the way for nefarious things to happen?
No.
Is that a possibility?
No.
Is it a possibility? You're an engineer. Nothing in this world is 100%. Is it a possibility?
Well, then if the entailment is that anything is possible, then the idea of anything being possible, I would agree to, in the realm of logical possibility. But that really doesn't have anything to do with the question here. And the question is just, what is wrong with having a financial agreement? Why would that even make you bought and paid for? Or why would it make it so that you weren't telling the truth? I don't understand any of that.
So it is a possibility that could be going down behind the scenes, correct? Yes.
It's a possibility that you could jump off a building and turn into a balloon, correct? Yes or no?
Oh, so now you understand my arguments. Back to what you were talking about, the abortion. I mean, not the abortion, but you were talking about the adoption. You just used my logic.
Yeah, I'm using it against you because it's bad logic.
Right, but you didn't use it against yourself.
No, I had good logic.
The logical claim that you're making now goes against the logical claim that you made before.
How?
Because you're saying anything might be possible, right?
Well, I mean, if the claim is that almost anything can be logically possible, yes.
And this is why I'm on the upper level and you're not. Just because I'm just completely logically superior than you are. Completely. You don't even understand these core concepts. I don't communicate like most of these individuals here because I don't live like most of these individuals here. You're using contradicting logic completely.
Contradicting?
Oh yeah, and that's another thing. You said on your live stream that Millionaire Bachelor doesn't know how to read. The audacity.
Well, I mean, you said interweaves instead of interwebs, and that's what it said. He was making a George Bush reference. That interwebs.
Because I have a mask on. Sometimes it's hard to read. It's hard to see it.
Okay. Well, I mean,
you don't see the mask,
if somebody is not reading something correctly, you would assume that they have trouble reading, right?
Here's the thing. Your lifestyle and how you live is far inferior to me.
Okay.
Completely. So don't ever talk about education to me because you're not on my level.
I mean, you don't seem to understand the basics of logic or what a logical possibility means. Like,
no, you don't. Well, why don't you logically go outside and go into your garden and let's have a chat from there instead of that bullshit you call a fucking studio. Logically, if you have so much logic, why haven't you logically found out how to make $1 million? And I have. So if I'm the stupid one, why do I have more resources than you do?
So you think that intelligence is based around the amount of money you have?
Absolutely.
So then kids who are raised with a silver spoon and they have their trust fund babies are intelligent over everybody else?
Again, they didn't build it from the ground up, just like you didn't. Millionaire Bachelor built it from the ground up.
I'm sorry, who built the Crucible except me?
Yeah, and the financial incentives that you have with the Whatever podcast. Yeah, you built it by yourself.
I did build it by myself, yeah. You have still yet to explain why having a limited partnership with Whatever for the purposes of selling a debate course is in any way problematic. You've never given me a single reason here.
So why don't you build your private swimming pool? Why doesn't the outside of your house look amazing?
It does look amazing. What do you mean? It looks amazing. I have way more property than you have, and I have a way bigger swimming pool, bro.
What's the square? Yeah, you have a bigger swimming pool than mine, but mine costs at least 20 times more than you did.
Yeah,
so
but that wasn't what you said. Your claim was like, why don't you have a swimming pool? I'm like, I do have a swimming pool. What do you mean?
What do you got, an above ground swimming pool?
No, it's built in.
Okay, how big is it?
Oh, I don't fucking know. It's Olympic sized. It's got it's 14 feet in depth on the deep end of the pool.
And what area are you in again? I'm sorry.
Michigan.
Okay, you're in Michigan. Price per square foot is like what? $125.
Well, it depends on the area.
Let's say at the high end. The high end might be 200.
Well, unless it's farmland, then it can be as high as 5,000.
Do you live on a farm?
I live in a farm area, yeah.
Okay, so that doesn't apply. My square footage is $3,000 per square foot in Manhattan. You are not on my level, dude.
Okay,
so don't sit up there and try to insult my intelligence.
I don't really understand what this has to do with your question. Your question was just like, why don't you go out? Does your backyard look good? The answer is yes. Do you have a pool? The answer is yes. I don't really know what we're arguing about here. Just that you have more money than me, that's fine. I'm okay with that. In fact, when people have more money than me, I usually am like, man, nice. How'd you do that?
Yeah, and on top of that, I'm in my early 30s, and you're way older than me. I've lapped you in life. So
well, no, I'm not way older than you. I'm 40 years old, bro.
Yeah, you look like you're 80. But here's the thing.
We don't know what you look like because you wear a mask.
That's fine. But listen, don't ever insult my intelligence when you don't have more resources than me. And
well, I mean this has not been established. One, but two.
Well, you go look at that.
I don't go after people based on how much money they make. I don't give a shit.
Well, here's the thing. I wouldn't be talking about it if you didn't try to insult my intelligence. Clearly, I'm not.
Well, you
stupid.
said a bunch of shit that was lies, and then you went after a kid who died. Like that was kind of fucked up, bro.
And
like, what do you mean?
For it. I apologize.
Yeah, so
for
it's like you kind of went out of your way to needle me, and went out of your way to kind of talk a bunch of shit, go after me personally, do kind of like the. By the way, this is like very typical hater behavior. You know what I mean? You kind of went out of your way to do all this, and then when you're confronted on it, then it's like, well, wait a second. Okay, yeah, I got a lot of this wrong, but how dare you, Andrew, defend yourself and say anything back? And it's like, I never had any issues with you. I have no idea why you decided to have issues with me, except I think you just wanted to have like, you did kind of like the typical hater thing where you're like, okay, maybe this will bring me some attention or something like this.
No, Andrew, I have no hate in my bones for a person like you. You're not like you're not doing better than me in life. Why would I hate on you? And why would I hate on anybody?
I don't know. Why would you waste your time making videos about me?
Because you didn't uphold your end of the bargain.
There was no bargain. There's no bargain.
You said that you would go to Alaska if I booked the flight.
I still will.
All right, then that's it then.
Yeah, but I mean, was it worth it for all of like the over the top hate and this? Like, why damage a relationship with a person for no reason?
It's not damage. You damaged the relationship by not upholding your end of the bargain.
By not responding in a timely enough manner to your Twitter DM?
I had to call you out.
For what though? The only thing you had is like the kind of typical haterade, right? Which is just, okay, you married a woman with children. You bad, Andrew bad, Andrew bad, Andrew bad. But when you're put to the question on these claims, they fall apart. Like your whole idea of like, why don't you tell people about your multiple businesses? Like, okay, sure. Why don't you tell people about all this? Okay, sure. Like what the criticisms here are very lightweight. And by the way, other than whatever these like personal qualms you have with me, do you even disagree with a fucking thing I say? Do you even have any disagreements with any of the things I actually say?
Yeah, I disagree about the relationship aspect. But no, hold on. Let me recap everything. Mm-hmm. So number one, your wife does have 3 different baby fathers. Number 2, you do have a financial incentive with the Whatever podcast. I was correct about that.
Yeah, that's not what you said, though. You said that I was bought and paid for by the Moist Mafia, and that I have handlers who are in the room with me, and that I am bought and paid for, and so I can't say the things that I want to say because I have a debate course that another channel assists me in promoting. I don't understand how any of this backs up any of your claims. So now you're kind of recapping and trying to reframe and say that's not what I said. It's clearly what you said.
No. You're trying to reframe. The reality is...
No, I'm just telling the truth.
Okay, well, let me get it. You have a wife with 3 different baby fathers. Number 2,
Mhm.
the claim that you are financially incentivized by the Moist Mafia, which is whatever podcast, because they are part of the Moist Mafia, is correct.
What is? I don't even know what the fucking Moist Mafia is. I don't even know what it is. So there's that, and then on top of that, when you say that the whatever podcast and I went in together on Debate You, not only is that public knowledge, but we presented it that way as a co-op between 2 creators' channels. Why is that? You still have not told anybody why that's a problem.
It's a problem because it gives way for rampant fraud. You guys are honestly just trying to
What's
get
the
clicks.
fraud?
The fraud is it's really not who you are.
What are
Andrew
you?
Wilson.
What?
Andrew
What are
Wilson,
you talking about?
How can you sit up there and say, these people are bad and that person is bad, when at the same time you married a single mother with 3 fucking baby fathers?
Okay,
Is the pot calling the kettle?
I just want to make sure if you had a son and he was 4 years old and he came to you and he said, I'm going to start smoking cigars, you would let him?
Absolutely not.
Well, why are you smoking? What kind of fucking piece of shit hypocrite are you smoking cigars you won't let your son smoke, you piece of shit?
I mean, there you go with the logical fallacies again.
That's not fallacious. It's just logic. It's one of the most low tier arguments ever. First of all, you're talking about stuff. You're talking about stuff that happened well over a decade ago. That's one. And 2, what would be the issue with me saying prostitution is bad? What would be the issue with that, even if all of your criticisms were true? What would actually be the problem with that statement?
Who said something about prostitution?
That's the only thing I really criticize is when women are advocating currently that prostitution good. That's really the only time we end up in these kind of entanglements.
Listen, the only thing I'm saying is that you're an actor. You're not real.
I'm not. Do you ever see the Destiny video where he says not real? You should watch the Destiny cut. It's pretty funny. So
I will.
So now I'm an actor.
Listen, I don't believe you're real until you hop on that fucking plane and then we have that discussion like we were supposed to do and that you ran from.
Oh, I don't feel like I'm running from any discussion at all, but you haven't demonstrated shit. You haven't demonstrated any of your claims at all. You've demonstrated nothing. The only thing that you've made is kind of these bold, outrageous claims. You have no evidence to back any of them up. You got most of the core details wrong, had to be corrected on almost everything. And you know what's really funny? None of it even needed to happen. You could have just sent a DM and been like, hey, man, what's up? I'd like to have you on my show. And I would have just come on your show.
Listen.
And that's clearly what you want, right? You want me to come hang out with you or come on your show or whatever. Like, that's very clear that that's what you want. You could have just asked.
It wasn't about the show. It was literally about you not upholding your word. You had me waiting for damn near a month and a half.
So
I'm
what?
not cool with that.
Yeah, so what?
Yeah, millionaire.
So just to make sure, if Millionaire Bachelor, who talks about himself in the third person, DMs you and you don't get back to Millionaire Bachelor within 72 hours, he's going to slander you all over the internet.
There you go again with the lies. First of all, that was not me. That was my manager. There you go again with the lies, trying to demean who I am.
Your manager wasn't the one trying to slander me. You are.
Yeah, so talk about me.
I am talking about you. I'm saying that if you don't get back, you're saying if somebody doesn't get back to you within 72 hours, you're going to slander them and attack them and go after them?
No. 72 hours, try 2 months. You agreed to come on the fucking helicopter ride. You agreed to it.
Yeah, so you didn't give me hardly any information here, man. I said, let's do it, and then I really just didn't hear anything else after that.
We asked you, what do you need?
Well, I don't understand why that's even a thing. Like, what do you need? I need the things everybody would need. A time, a date, everything else. Like, what are you talking about?
Do you need boarding? For how long? Do you have any
you would think that those would all be questions which you would ask in your email to me. You would ask, okay, or you would say, here's the list of things we need, and here's what we're asking from you, and, like what normal fucking people do.
Well, I'm not normal. I don't live a normal fucking life.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't understand how you have such unreasonable expectations.
See, this is where we disagree with. This is what we disagree at. I get it. Are you right now going to say in front of your chat that you're not going to bitch up and you're going to go to Alaska and overlook the fucking Wolverines?
Well, I'm not overlooking Wolverines. I want to do timber wolf hunting.
We can do. They have timber wolves and they have Wolverines.
Yeah, but are we going to be able to hunt them?
I can find out.
Yeah, but that's what the agreement was anyway.
Fine. Well, we'll hunt them.
You're gonna hunt Alaskan timber wolves in Alaska. Okay. Silly. Okay. Well, I mean, this was fun. It just seems like it just seemed like you really couldn't put any teeth behind any of the criticisms. And just like for future reference, just so you know, it's really fucking stupid to go about things this way because inside of like YouTube and inside of creator spaces, creators tend to do pretty well when they work together, right? They just do. They tend to work pretty well. Most people's channels have growth based on collaboration and mutual respect and this type of thing. If you move into like that hater circle, the doxing hater circle, where you start attacking kids and family, and people fucking hate that, dude. They loathe it. It's their least favorite type of content, disgusts them. And it's like, if you want your YouTube presence to grow, which clearly you do, you can kind of cope and lie and say I don't, but you do. Why not just work with other creators in a good professional manner instead of spurging the fuck out and doing all this nonsense?
Listen, man, you do things how you want to do it and you think how you think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that way.
Okay. Just still being hyper charitable to you, even though you've not been charitable to me at all.
I've been very charitable to you.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'll leave it there, man. Thanks for coming on the show.
All right, peace.
Fucking wild, these haters, dude. Wild. Too entertaining when you hurt these guys' fifis and they need to state they're better than you. How dare you let that young man in the pic kiss your wife, sir? I know. $10, go for Papa Palpatine. This guy's a complete fraud. I can tell by his attitude and basic bitch backyard. $5 from Lucas says, let us assume whatever was completely scripted. How's that an insult? It would be more impressive if a 6 to 8 hour live show with 10 guests was fully scripted 2 times per week. It's actually a really good point. But like, I don't understand how any of this follows, how one thing follows from the next thing. You know what I mean? Check the VC chat and Discord. He's lying about his image. I did go into the VC chat. I didn't see anything there, but Wolverines have adamantium. They're very difficult to hunt successfully. They have a great sense of smell, I'm told. Telling you, man, chat always wins. Chat always fucking wins. All right. So here's what he showed. Oh, man. Here we go. Here's what he just showed us on stream. Here's what he just showed us. One second. That was what he just showed us, right? All of us just saw that in his backyard. This is right from his camera, right? Says so right there. Millionaire Bachelor. That's what he just showed us. That's what he literally just showed us. And they found this apartment in Philly. Here it is. You ready, ladies and gentlemen? You ready for this? Here it is. Ooh. Caught. Bro. Caught. You just got caught in 4K, bro. Woo! Oops. 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 Fucking embarrassing, bro. Embarrassing. You got something to say about that, bro? Your mansion, your apartment complex in Philly? There it is. Right there. Now, wait. This couldn't be the same. I mean, he just live streamed where he was at, right? He just live streamed. It couldn't be the same. Couldn't be the same place, could it? Could it? This is from his stream. Sorry. Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. Let's get a look at it again. Bro. Oh, man. That's fucking wild. That is fucking wild. Moist Mafia wins again. He kept pushing and pushing. He did. He just kept fucking pushing and pushing and pushing, dude. W for the Moist Mafia. Moist Mafia wins, baby! So there's a little brick wall here, right? There's this little brick wall. So he's sitting behind the brick wall where the little pool and the little yard is, and then we could see the feet and we could see the artwork. Bro. Bro. He said he painted those murals and everything. He did. He said he painted them himself. In your first interaction with him, he was telling you he got started in real estate by taking out a first-time homeowner loan. What a clown. Should have chose diplomacy, but instead this man exposes that he lives in Section 8 with a community pool. Someone copied my murals. Oh, no. Moist Mafia for life, baby. Oh, bro. No. How could this have happened, bro? How could this have happened? Okay. Now you might be thinking, well, wait a second. That can't be right, right? That can't be right. How did they figure this out so quickly, you might ask? Well, because you can look this up for yourself. This is from Flickr. And what they did was they put in the image and then just reverse imaged it. And you can see this. This is politically incorrect wall art, Philadelphia, Queen Village. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Oh. No, man, no. I just liked the artwork so much. I just liked it so much. I am the Don. And yes, the Don of the Moist Mafia. Moist Mafia wins again. FFB sends in $10. No message entered. Just wanted to show support for the stream. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I gotta get on this level, bro. Bionic, thank you so much for the Crucible membership. Very kind of you. Oh my god, dude. You can't make this shit up if you tried, but he did try. Listen here, son. That's what happens when you fuck around with the moist mafia. You get it? You get it? You understand now? Do you fucking understand what happens when you come up against the moist mafia? You get it now? Clip it. Clip it and ship it, motherfucker. You had the fucking ideal after he said you don't want to go all over the mansion. That is so funny, dude. In Palpatine voice, millionaire bachelor. Millionaire bachelor's failure is complete. His failure is complete. Young Skywalker. Billy, makes sense now. Sounds like an idiot. Don't go to Alaska from one friend to another. Amazing chill stream. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, this one. A lot of fun. Holy shit, dude. How do you even get how do you ever get past that, dude? How do you ever get past that? That's what happens when you fuck with the moist mafia, son. Hypothetically, it might be another apartment that looks like his mansion. Oh, sure, yeah. When you're on a different level of logic. So I'm guessing he was going to fly you on a cheap Spirit flight to the horrible part of Alaska. Oh. Bro. So bad. So bad. This was scripted. This whole thing was scripted. Oh, no. Boy, you got caught in 4K here, son. You got caught in 4 fucking K. I haven't seen anybody wreck this bad in fucking years, dude. I haven't seen anybody get wrecked that fucking bad in years. Whew. Andrew needs a headshot from him looking like Big Boss, and the name underneath it should be Big Boss Moist Papa Fashion. Oh, is he coping on his stream? All right, let's pull up the cope. We'll pull up the cope. I want to hear the cope, bro. I do. Let's listen. Let's listen in. Turns out. The Moist Mafia, they gave me a bag of money. And so, I mean, what could I do? It was a lot of money. It was like $500-600. I mean, I had to accept. Just in. Well, he's covering himself covering. That's what's going on. There's nothing there to look at, but man, oh man. Man, oh man. What a wild fucking ride this was today, man. What a wild fucking ride it was today. He still has a picture of me kissing my wife as his thumbnail, by the way, on this, the day of my own wedding. It's a mansion to me, but an apartment complex to everyone else. Yeah, that's fair. What a treat. Oh, these people really have just gone out of their way. They go out of their way to just make this so fucking easy, dude. They make it so fucking easy. Wild. What a wild time. I just tried to pull up his stream. He's going over me, going over him from earlier. Yeah, that was an ending with a twist. Make sure you rename it over on the website. By the way, if you guys want to see streams like this and many others, make sure you become a member to the Crucible.video. We need all of you over there. Right, it's the best way you can support the channel. We really appreciate it. He looks like a DC villain. Coom shot, bro. He really thought he had something, man. And he just really didn't. Little does everyone know that it was Brian with a mask on in Philly. It's all scripted. Moist Mafia, Grifters, United Airlines. That's right. That's right, baby. United Airlines flight. What a wild fucking ride, man. What a wild ride today was. And by the way, are you not fucking entertained? Let it rain if you have just been ridiculously entertained before the entertainment of tonight even started. Before we even got to the entertainment tonight. Before we even got to tonight's main event. Speaking of grifting, Brian has asked me, in a very kind way, if I would take more of a lead on some of the questioning when it comes to the whatever, and tonight I'm going to be doing just that. As part of the Moist Mafia extension, as the arms extend, as we take over everything. Make it rain if you're entertained. I have been entertained. Yes, I have been very entertained as well. Stop being such a fucking coomer, Michelle. Fuck. Always cooming. Need to play Rip Rich and Roided. Agreed. Next hater will call me fake in cardboard box. Did you get that? The contract says the Cajun Ninja. How you doing, man? It's nice to see you in chat. Nice to see you in chat. Clearly, he rents out a room in his mansion and forgot he lives in Philly, not in Manhattan. I'm posting the deeds. He says, I own that too. He said to me that he was streaming from New York, from Manhattan. And now he's going to post the deed that he owns this place in Philly. I watch it real. Look at my life for tips on me. I like yours, I like all you. Look at my tummy, no homo. Hello, it's one man drive. Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Wake up. Are you wicked? Why am I feeling? Get up. Are you really? Section 8 Bachelor. Look at my watch, it's real. Wake up, are you waking? Why up, are you feeling? Jail up, are you reeling? Man up, I was in prison, shot collar. Have you been to prison, now baller? Did I mention I was in prison? I do all up, I was sleeping. Wake up, are you wicked? Why up, are you feeling? Turn up, are you reeling? Man up. Look at my watch, it's real. Wake up, are you wicked? Why up, are you feeling? Jail up, are you reeling? Man up. Oh, it's so good. So good. These guys do it to themselves, man. For what? What was it? What was the point? What an idiot. Need to add to the song, how big is your pool? Yeah. Look at my pool, it's real. I own all of it. Moist Mafia wins again, baby. Fucking idiot, dude. Oh, bring on the haters. Bring on the haters. You know, bring on the fucking haters. Haters sure do make me a lot of fucking cash. Doesn't get it's a lose-lose. Even if he owns that place, no one gives a shit. Oh, and then he docks himself. Stupid. Stupid, bro. Stupid. I did a skateboard trick on that wall once. Maybe you did. This is so funny, dude. It's the most fun I've had in a while on stream. I guess I was right about the 2099 fire pit. Dude. Bring on the fucking haters. Man, what a fucking treat for the Crucible crew. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to get out of here. I got to go take my old man nap. I'll see you tonight, whatever podcast. Great to see all of you come out for this stream. Thank you all for supporting the shit out of the channel. I really, really appreciate it, right? The haters are going to continue to come and hate. Fuck them, right? We'll just take them on one at a time. Fuck them. I just love doing that, too. Just love it. Love getting into their own definitions of these things, what they actually think they are and they're not, and you just fucking destroy them. They're so dumb. Stupid motherfuckers, dude. Oh, Andrew, I'm just going to go after dead chili. Fucking piece of shit. What a piece of shit. I don't even feel bad for the guy. I would have let all that slide, but he had to do that. You know, they always have to do that. Anyway, from all of us here at the Crucible to all of you out there in Crucible land, I think the redirect is set up for Jim Bob. I just checked. I think Mystery already set that up. Okay. So from all of us here at the Crucible to all of you out there in Crucible land, you have a wonderful night.